Okay, let's see if this works now. Yep. Seems to work. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, how do I... Okay, that should be fine. Okay. Nice. Alright, so... Yeah, I'll try this here. Alright, so... we were just doing this part. I'm gonna save this as like forest map, maybe. And all right. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just try this. Let's go to the tile map stuff. And we will open, or I guess we'll make a new tile map. Now I think I want this to be like a little bit larger. Let's do like maybe 80 or let's try 60. Like that. And we will just do like this characters layer. Okay, so we'll just have like, well actually we'll have a foreground here. And maybe now's the time to implement sort of like more like quality of life stuff, like bucket tool and stuff like that. That's probably helpful. Yeah, I was thinking like, how do I do the bucket thing? Because I've been thinking about that a little bit and I really didn't come up with a good solution. So maybe that we need to like Actually, one thing that's probably more easy to do than bucket is, and that's probably more useful right now, is like if you click once and then you hold shift and you click over here, it creates a line between where you clicked. That would be really useful, I think. To have. So let's actually try and do that. I'm just gonna do a really naive implementation of that, I think. Let's go to tools, the brush tool. So we need to remember last time we, like the last tile that we painted. So yeah, last painted cell, I guess. And whenever we do paint, this is, I guess we have current painted cell as well. I guess we already have it in current painted cell. So when we do use here we decide kind of what type of thing we're doing based on what key is down. So if we have control down, then it's like copying the tile to be drawn. And let's then add, let's do else if left shift. So if left shift is down, then we do the line thing. So I'll just do return paint line. And we'll give the context, and we need, I guess, tile source. I guess we could grab that as well. And the position. I guess we don't really need a tile source. We're gonna do a whole bunch of paints. Okay. So let's do paint line. Oops. Context. And also the grid position. No. Right. So yeah, excuse my speed of thinking here a little bit. I'm still like kind of under the influence of the infection here. But what are we doing here? So we need to draw a line from point A to point B. The last cell painted is current painted cell, so we, well actually, yeah. So we'll do this. This is this end position, and then we have to also check if we have a cell. So if this is not equal to null, then we can grab this as a start position. Yeah. Okay, so the start and the end, right? So we have start position and end position. And my super naive approach, I know there's like an algorithm for this, but I can't be bothered to actually read up on that right now. So my super naive approach is just going to be like increment, like doing a loop from the distance between start and end, and then incrementing each time. Actually, we could just have a while loop. So we'll have the current position is starts out at start, and then we have a while, and if the current position, actually we need a min and max position. So min is going to be min of start and end, max. Okay. And then the current, so we start out at min, and if this is more than or equal to, or if it's more than max, then we are done, so we can break. Otherwise we will do a paint, not paint line, just paint. And we need a tile, so okay, so we need these things here as well. Okay, so we get the tile, and this will be the source, and then the position is current position. Actually, current position is going to be a float vector. And here we have to basically, actually we should probably use float here for everything to start with. Will that work, or does it need to have a, no, that's probably work. And as I was thinking about there. Alright. Right, so now we don't need to do this. And we don't need this. Okay. So now we can do this without having to cast this every time. Yeah, and this now but we do want to convert it back to a grid position. Current grid position is going to be a vector, and it's going to be int from float current position. So now we use current grid position here instead. Okay, and this is current grid position. So what do we actually use this for in here? Oh, we're checking if we already painted on that, and we don't need to paint it again. Okay, fine. So right, so we have painted on the current grid position. Then we want to increase the current position by the step, which is gonna be what? So I think, yeah, we'll calculate it's gonna be like one tile, like, or one. It's gonna be, so you wanna step one distance towards the max. So it's gonna be sorry, I'll just disable this. All right. Right. So we need to step one. So we have a grid, and we want to step towards the max position by one step. So what's the step? So the step is going to be. So how would you calculate that? Well, you basically take a vector and you rotate it towards from min to max. So you could take. So what you could do is do max minus, or you subtract min from max. So now you get yeah, you get like the relative vector from min to max, and then you can normalize that by taking, I believe, if we take the distance and we divide each, let's see, so let's say x is 2 and y is 1, and then the distance will be something there, and then to get, wait, I need to go and look this up here. So normalize vector, we basically want to normalize a vector here. Yes, dividing the vector by its length. So dividing both components. Let's see. I mean, I guess because if you scale, that's the other way around. Where normalize? Yeah, I think we'll just try that. So we have this. Now we need the distance or the length of that. So the length is gonna be x times, yeah, it's just the Pythagoras, so it's x squared plus y squared. Okay, so what you can, how we can write this? You can say step times step. That will do the same thing, except not the plus. Now you have both components squared, and then you can say reduce, add, and now you actually have added both components. So now we got the length squared, so now we need to square root here. Oops. Okay, and that's the length. Okay. So the step, this is not the step, this is like the relative. And then the length of the relative, I guess, here. And then the step will be relative divided by actually we could make this into a vector by using splat, and then we divide this by the length vector. Right, so now we get this this vector is yeah, we just splat just makes it into a vector, so it takes the length and it puts it both in x and y component. And so now we should have the step here by dividing this by this. So now we should have the normalized vector going towards the max position. Okay, and what? So you need to be a pointer. Okay. And okay, yeah, so here we need to, since the result of this is a vector, we need to use reduce, and we need to do and. So both components are checked against this other one, so both are checked, like x and y are checked against each other here. Okay, so I guess that's it. At the end also what we want to do is we want to set the current painted cell to be the max position. So that's gonna be int from float max position. I wonder if I also need to actually paint the max position, if there's like a chance that we're not actually doing that. I think there very well might be actually. So let's, in the end, we'll paint. Let's do end position. There. And then this would be a position. Because we don't want to set this before, because paint actually uses it to check if we actually have painted it before. Okay, I guess you could do the same check here, but whatever. Oh, it shadows. Okay. Let's call it max grid position. Oops. Max grid position. There. And we don't have a tile, so we need to create this down here. Oops. There. Okay. So now we have this paint line function. Now I guess we can just try it out. No, it crashed. Interesting. Oh, integer part out of bounds. Huh. So is it, did it become negative? Let's see. So They should be correct. Like, you take the max, so you take the largest one. Wait, is this even correct? This might not be correct. I'm not sure if this is actually correct to do it like this when you want a line. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess it might be fine. So relative, yeah, so this should be positive. You take the larger number minus the smaller number, and this should always be positive. This should be positive. Oh, wait. No, but this is... These are ints. Yeah, so that doesn't even have to do anything with it. Okay. So those are like signed ints. So it's int from float current position. The integer part out of bounds. Was it too large? That doesn't make sense. Or could it be too large? Like, what's the max? But why would it be too large then? Maybe that's not it. Maybe that's not it. Current position is bin. I'll just log this out to see. Current position. Let's also do like min, max. Alright. Let's see. Okay, we get... Okay, so there's a problem with this part maybe. Let's check what... okay, there might be some issue with step then. So what is... I'm gonna check relative and... What was it? Length. Wait, step. So, okay, length is 0, so we're dividing by 0, so that's not great. Relative 0, step is none. Okay. Why is length 0? Wait, yeah, why is relative 0? Length is 0 because relative 0. We take relative times relative. So max and min is the same. Yeah, I should have spotted that. So min and max, no wait, are they the same? Yeah, they are the same. Okay. So I guess if they are the same, we do paint. Okay, and then we return. So, but the issue is, why are they the same? But that was a good catch, I guess, there. So, this one... It's set down there, so... Yeah, it says that this is set to the same. Let's see, this one is called, well, actually, let's see, where is this set? Yeah, it's set there. It's set there, yes. Wait, on use and it's set to null. Okay. Right, I think I know what's going on. So, because we're not checking on just click, right? We're checking on mouse. So it's like the first frame, right. So we're actually clearing this. Okay, but I still, okay, so then maybe we want a different, because this is used to, yeah, we have like a random, you can select a bunch of all different tiles, and then they are included like a random set of tiles that you want to paint, but we don't want to paint them each frame. We want to paint them like it's keeping track of that to make that not bug out. So let's make another one here instead then. So we will do the same thing here, but this one we don't actually want to clear. So we want to remember that. And let's use this instead now. And let's see, is this necessary? Well, I guess it is. Let's also do this. And I think we need to do these up here as well. Maybe we should just put this in paint instead, so we don't have to do that all the time. There. Okay. And also, like the tile source, we probably don't need to pass that in. Let's just do this. Oh, but then we need, yeah, we need tile map and the layer. All right. And then this would be the source. And now we don't need you. And now let's look for this. Yes. There. All right. Let's see. Do we need this now? No. No. And no. So we can just remove those. Here, and we don't need you. Great. Okay. Now let's see. So I just want to think about the implications there. So this happens every frame. I think that this should be more like when we click and not when we are down. So we can actually do is mouse pressed and that. Oops. Okay. Okay, but then this doesn't really work. Okay, so the first one seems to work fine. Oh, but then this doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, I think that's what I was thinking, like when we use max and min. That didn't really work. It works if the first is, I guess, larger than the second. Also, this line is kind of weird, but I'm gonna have to live with that. It's a very naive implementation. So in this way, that's an interesting. Okay, well, that might be also solved with if, yeah, we're not using max and min. So I think the issue here is that since we're using max and min, it can jumble up the positions. We really want to. I don't think maybe we don't care about max and min. Let's rename this to f start position, so it's like a floating version, and then we don't use min and max here, we just do start and end. Okay, and then we still have a relative and we still have length. This should all still work, I guess. Let's not log anything now. Okay. But then this is the part where, like, how do we check if we're done? So because yeah, we might either miss it or because I don't want to do this because that might be like an infinite loop, because if we miss the end position, it's gonna continue on. Is it possible to miss it? Maybe it's not possible. Maybe we can incorporate like some sort of if we are outside of the bounds. I guess, let's see, we can actually do that. So we can actually say time map layer, and then we can say if layer grid is out of bounds, and then we have to use this one, current grid position. So either if we're out of bounds or if this happens, then we break. All right, let's see if that works. Nope. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's try and log out these values. So let's do current start and relative length step. Okay, so current position start. Let's do f start, f and relative length step. Yeah, we got some leak. Okay, so current start and okay, so start and end is the same now. Wait, why is it the same now? Oh, because of this. Dope. Okay, there we go. I mean, it goes on. Okay, there it didn't quit. Okay, so it kind of goes on forever, and that's what I was afraid of. What if it's like this? Even if it's like this, it goes on forever. So that's curious. Current position. This is. Oh, I see. So it's float. So that might be what's causing this issue. I wonder if there's like a near. No. Approximate equal. So there you can put approximate equal. That's one way of dealing with it. You could also just truncate them or like floor them. So if we check current grid position is equal to the end position, so those are actually integers instead, then we might be good. Okay. Oh, And there it missed. So sometimes it actually misses anyway. You can see kind of how it does it, because it goes... I mean, it's kind of strange because it's supposed to be going over there, but it kind of starts there and then goes over. But those works now. Okay, it might be a bug that I can live with. If you do kind of like this line, which is not really a line that I'm wanna do anyway, and if you somehow mess it up, how did I do it? Like this, you can just Control Z to go back and fix it again anyway. Okay, cool. So we've got that working. Now let's go and see if we can make this time map. So now we can more easily fill this in here, if you want to have that. And so this is gonna be sort of the first entrance area to the forest. The right part here is gonna be the entrance to the village. And then the left part is gonna be... it's basically gonna be like, this is just one area, like one sort of area or tile in the forest map, and then on the left side you enter further into the forest. So let's actually see here if we can do... Let's just make this... well, I'm not gonna play some entities in here yet. I'm gonna do... So you enter here, and maybe it goes up like this. Maybe it's even, you have more room to work with here. So you enter here and it goes down maybe like this. And maybe again. And then here you might have like something where you have to jump up. Well, this is like the first area, so let's have like a couple of these maybe. And then a bit longer there, maybe. Yeah, so you can kind of like, either you go below and deal with those things down there, or you can jump up here and skip maybe a bunch of stuff. All right. Yeah, then we go deeper into the forest over there. Yeah, so I want to make it so that you can reach this place from the other side as well. So maybe even have this. Yeah. Okay, so now we can do save. And this is going to be forest entrance. And then we go to our scene editor. But this one has a different time map, so, or this is, we have to do a new scene. And we have to set the time map to forest entrance. And then we can save this as forest entrance. So now the scene is force entrance here as well. Okay, and now we can add a starting point, which is kind of like our debug sort of starting point, which we have to call start. We can add our player there so we can see that that's where we start. And then we add an exit over here. And I'm just gonna shift it over 7 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one is gonna be a target, and the target is gonna be the village. And then we create another entity here, which is the entrance to, this is the right entrance. I guess we can call this village to make it maybe yeah, you enter from the village. This is the entrance that you come from the village, I guess. Okay. And then we're gonna have the same thing over here, but we don't have that yet, so, but I guess we could create the entrance though. So this is the entrance, and it's gonna be called, let's see, on the map it's called, well, it's not really called anything. Let's just call this left because it's on the left side. Okay. And now if we save this and we play, we should be entering this area. No, we are crashing instead. So let's check that out. Oops. Oh, okay. I think first off, I want to fix this memory leak because it's something that seems to be incredibly well, it happens a lot, it seems. The longer it stays up, the more it happens, I guess. So where's this? The file name. Okay, so context 237 or 273. So this one actually leaks. Okay. Wait, what happened? Okay, sorry, got distracted there. Okay, so right. Right, so this file name, I think we don't really need it after here. So we are setting this, which duplicates it anyway. So we actually just can remove this. Oh yeah, I think we're duplicating it because this one disappears. Or something like that. We'll see. So let's do the same thing. Let's go in here. Let's say quit. Okay, we got still some more leaks. Key dupe. Oops. So this one is leaked, which means that this guy is not deinitialized. Right, we don't even have a deinitialize function. Okay, so let's create a deinitialize function. And we do need an allocator. So we'll free it. All right. And this guy does not actually have yeah, we need a deinitialize here as well. Wait, we have deinitialize. Okay, let's move this up here because that's sort of how I have the convention here. Okay, so yeah, so we already have that. Let's see what else. The exit. We have entrance. We have time map. Oops. Time map we don't have either. Or yeah, it's down here again. So okay, so we do have the initialize on those. So let's make a deinitialize here then. What's happening? And I will just switch on self. And these things, we don't do anything. If we have an exit, we do exit dot. Actually, let's try this. Let's do inline else. And deinitialize with locator. Wait, like this. Yeah. So inline else, it's like you take the rest of these and you sort of the result will be that you check all of them and then call deinitialize in the same way like this. So that's really nice if you have like the same pattern going. Okay. Oh yeah, did we actually fix this metadata thing? I forgot if we actually did fix that. The JSON stringify of this was really weird. I don't remember if we actually fixed that or not. Okay, so let's do a scene document. We implemented now the initialize on the type. Why is this all the way over here? And then we don't actually need to do this, we do type the initialize instead. Alright. There we go. So we did call the initialize on the type, it just, we didn't implement it for that specific type. Okay. And let's go over here and then quit. And we still have some memory leaks now. Okay, at least it's shrinking a lot. So what is this? Entities equals array list. In scene document 193. Okay, so the scene itself, but we do have the initialize here. Clear and free. Wait. So we do need to deinitialize instead. Or what? This freeze, yes. And the initialize should do the same thing, except it doesn't set capacity and stuff. So clear and free is like more, is better because it's safer. Well, it's not better because it's safer, but it's safer. It's better in my case. Okay, or in this case, I should say. Array list scene entity in capacity. Why is that? So are we not calling this here? That's weird in that case, because we are calling this down here. So is it like a lingering thing? Okay, so if we do this, it still has a memory leak. We just open and close, we get a memory leak. Yeah, that's the scene document. Deserialize. Okay, let's go to contact, or actually let's go to 285. Wait, no, 400. So we create the scene here, we clone it and initialize the clone or the parsed. We then do init here, which actually does an allocation on, wait, what? No, scene init. Oh, this one, yeah, which is this one. So we actually need to like deinitialize the scene here before we assign it. Maybe we should actually, yeah, I don't know. This feels like an error that can come up again and again. when you add new stuff there. Okay, now we don't have memory leaks there. Good. If we go to scene editor and then close, we don't have those. If we go over here and then press play, we get a crash. And now we go back, and now we don't have a bunch of memory errors. So let's check what's going on here. So it's in the level panic integer overflow. Okay, I might have misspelled something here. Oh, right. So the issue here is we need a characters layer here, so that I wonder if this will work without foreground layer, but let's see. Probably no. Wait, entrance key. Okay, let's go to that. or something here. Entrance scene entity. Right, it doesn't find the entrance entity. Let's check this again. It's supposed to be this one. It has the start key. Isn't that the thing that we had? It's got the main. Yeah, it's supposed to be start. So it goes through all the entities and finds the entrance that is called start. Okay, let me check the JSON file. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're back to this issue. It saves the zero terminated strings, the zero terminated slices. It saves all of the slice, even though it finds a zero. It's a little bit annoying because the only reason why we have zero sentiment here is because it works very well with InGUI. I think InGUI even needs to have that. So there's like one option is to wrap it into another type, like a string type, which I did before, but then I decided to scrap that. Let's just make this again. So we will have a type. Wait, how did I do this with timelapse? Because the timelapse also has like layer. Yeah, the layer name is zero terminated. Yes. So what about the serialization for that? I mean, if we open up the time map, let's open this one, it's fairly small. And we check the name of the layer. Yeah, it's formatted nicely here. I don't understand. Oh, well, actually, let's look at layout. Yeah, here is that. So yeah, here we're using a callback instead. Oh, and we're using this, which pointer casts that to max layer. Okay, so so we have like a pointer that we keep around like this. So the pointer itself has more capacity than the slice itself. Okay. And we pass that buffer to, or that slice to the input. I guess we could do the same thing. And then the actual slice is, the actual slice in here, this one, this is actually set to the length of whatever it is. Okay. But then you have to do this callback thing, which I'm not a fan of. I guess what we could do, I mean, yeah, I guess what we could do is we could do, when we initialize it first, we have this, so let's have this like max metadata length is going to be 112.4, and we don't need to do this. We do want to do this. So now that one is set like that. Let's also do, wait, this should be just this, right? Okay. And this. Okay. And now I need to eat here in a second as well. But and now this is the thing that's gonna be in. No wait, the
buffer that, or the slice that we wanna give to. Oh, we have some JSON stringify here. Is that how we'll solve it? Oh yeah. So we did solve it with stringify, I guess. But you could do this. You could say meta.buffer for ingui. And this would return this. And we'll just return self meta pointer, and this is max length. All right. So we'll return that slice so that ingui knows which length it has the capacity. Which is 1024. But then when we save it to the file, it's actually gonna have like a smaller size. And what I'm thinking is we do sort of a commit, or as when we save, we want to go in here and we want to call basically like a, I don't know, commit or prepare for save, or prepare for serialization. We will do self.metadata is equal to, actually no, this would have to be done each time the thing changes. So I think we have to call this every time. Okay, so let's call this ingui commit. And it was set metadata to be so I just learned that there's a method for this which is called span. So this one takes a sentinel terminated pointer and returns a slice, iterating over the memory to find the sentinel determined length. So this is exactly what we need. So we then say self.metadata. I guess you could do this maybe. Does check the length of the pointer. I guess what we could do is we could say metadata ingui buffer to get the full thing. Okay. So that way this would always have the length of the, like, what it should be, like before the 0 terminator. So now in the layout, if we go to metadata, we need to do the buffer is going to be this one, and after this we are going to do an ingui commit. Okay, so if we go now to, okay, so that's for metadata, but we also need to do it for the key as well. And oh yeah, we need to do a pointer cast. Oh, invalid type. Oh, because it's a slice. Okay, so it has to be many. Okay, fine. I think we can just do that then. No? Oh wait. This pointer. Okay. No more errors. So let's do the same for where we have the key in scene document here. Scene and the entrance. So this would be key in key buffer, and max length is 37. And then this will be key instead. And this one is entrance. And this is key. And this is key. Alright, and then let's go to layout and search for key. Here. So this one will be in the buffer, and then after that we will do commit. Okay. Now let's see how that works, or if it works. So we'll do some edits here, and on the key itself. Village. Let's actually just call this right, so we keep the same convention. Okay. Let's change the method off on everything so that we can see that that works as well. Okay, let's save that. Let's go ahead and open the scene, which is this one. And now it actually works, so that's nice. Okay, so that's kind of, I like that pattern more because I don't want to have to deal with string find JSON, dealing with that stuff. Where do I have a JSON stringify? Oh yeah, here we want to have it, but not in this one. So now we can remove this one. Okay. Good. All right. So now let's see if we can start this map. No. Still something that goes wrong. So let's check that out. Syntax error in JSON. And this is exit metadata, okay. Let's just double check this exit. This is an exit. Oh, it doesn't have a metadata, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So this one should be entrance key is left, I believe. There we go. Now it starts. Kind of hard to see the tiles here. Maybe we should use another color or something. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then this one goes to another place. So okay. I think if we go to the time map editor, I think I will actually, maybe this one should be white so that we can more easily see it. or maybe a little bit gray. Okay. Wait, that's not correct. I need to do this thing. Which pads the tiles so you don't get some weird gaps and stuff. And I want to move this process into the actual game so you don't have to do this every time. You want to save. Wonder how long it will take in game though. Okay, now it takes a little bit longer than there we go. Time map there. Okay. So if we start now and we go to scene editor, play, it crashes. Okay. What's the issue now? Did I forget to save? Probably. No? What? Exit metadata. Wait. Let me check the JSON here again. So first entrance. Scene, yes. Oh, and we're back to this error now, or this weird thing. Oh, okay. So we need to wait. Did everyone have that? Had that? Yeah. So it goes back to this state. So we need to maybe. So the initial thing starts at 0 length here. So it's like we load it in. It's like when we load it. Okay, so we don't need to do this. Yeah, so we need to do the same thing here. Yeah, I think that's the issue. Or actually, not like that. We do span. And wait, isn't this, yeah, pointer? Okay. And let's just save and see what it ended up in. Okay, now it looks good. Yeah, it's saving. Let's see if it actually saved everything that it needs to save. Yeah, entrance key. Okay. Cool. Let's go here, and this now has entrance key. Okay, so now let's press play. Okay, now it works. Cool. And let's go to time map editor, and now would be nice to have the bucket tool, but we don't have that. But we can do this. Okay. What? Save. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Okay, let me check here. So play, and then quit, and then check. Is it loading in the correct one? That's very strange. Because this shows it as gray. And it's using the same tile set and the same data. Let's see what's going on. This one has... Yeah, this is gonna be... I mean, I guess all the tiles are the same, so... It's 5-2. And in the... If we open up this, it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2. It's like if I do this, it should show... Huh. It doesn't update. So which one is it looking at? Okay, I'm really confused now. What? I mean, these tiles, I know for sure that they actually show up, so let's place those around. Save. Just in case. No? I mean, what if we add tiles where there are no tiles? Is this gonna show up? No. Yes, it does. What? Okay, this doesn't make any sense to me. What the? I'm not it's like I'm not saving like an image of the map, and then it's like it is rendered in game, from the data. So why would it not, like, why would it keep the old image? Like, I have no idea. Okay, what if I go to the game and start the game, and I have to change this to forest entrance. Yeah. Okay, that's really weird. So what if we, let's go to the, let's open the village. And we'll change this, or yeah, to go to the forest entrance instead. Okay, this is like black magic to me. How is it something I've just forgotten how this works? It feels like I'm being hacked, to be honest. Or something, I don't know. This is like really strange to me. This is not how I thought it, like, that it worked. Maybe I'm just delirious and thought it worked in some way, but it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure, like, if we go to our level, which is not this, but it's, so how the layers are actually created is like this, or that, like, the time map drawing is like, wait, I'm stupid. Okay. I just thought about something here. Oh, and now it couldn't open up the same thing for some reason. Okay, let's, oh, probably because it changed, I changed the scene here. Let's open up the forest scene again. Okay, I'm stupid. Of course, we have different layers. I had the character layer selected. The character layer does not actually get spawned in the game. It's just there to, like, show which layer should the characters be drawn at. So, okay, my bad. That was really stupid. Okay, let's get rid of that. And let's also, so now we can show this feature. You can just select these, and we do copy, and now we can paste it in here. Oops. Except you have to click outside of the rectangle. There. And then we can also, like, delete this. Okay, that was a journey there. But yeah. That's why I have this focus thing, because you can clearly see which layer you have selected as well. Okay. Now, that was really strange, but now we can open this and see here. Okay, and there we go. Now we have this white bright thing here. Okay, cool. Maybe the jump should be, either jump should be higher, just a little bit, just enough to be able to jump up to these. Yeah, I think so. Because if they were lower, it's like going head to roof, and I feel like it's nice to have this. Yeah, we'll see. Let's go in here and we'll go to initial scene, we'll go to, well, player jump factor. So let's increase that by 1 step and we'll see if that's enough. I should really start thinking about food here. Okay. Almost. Okay, let's increase it by like half a more step. So probably just barely reaches this. Oh, come on. Okay, I think also the hitbox of the player needs to be changed a little bit. I think if we just increase it by a little tiny bit more. There we go. So now we barely can make it up to those. And of course, when we attack, we stop entirely in our tracks. I think I want to change that actually to make us actually continue to move, because it's quite jarring to actually just stop entirely. The animation is a bit weird. I think the last frame there, it's probably the origin. Okay, so we have a couple of things to fix. I wanna, first off, it's the hitbox of the player. Not the attack hitbox. It's gonna be... Oh, where is that? Yeah, it's in inner player. And down here. Oh, I spelled it like this. Yeah. Okay. So we want the hitbox to be, let's see if we go to graphics. So it's gonna be like 1 from the top instead of 2. Or maybe it can be 2, whatever. 1 from the left. That doesn't make sense. Oh no, this is from the center, maybe? No? It's not. Okay, whatever. So the... and this is then bottom right. Oh, wait. Yeah, the bottom right. But if we look at the feet of the player, it's like almost to the bottom. But now they are like 3 or 2 pixels up. So we'll do 30. There we go. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do with when you attack, you don't actually stop the velocity, or I think what's happening is the input of your move actually stops working. I don't want that to happen. What I want to happen is like you can still move, but he won't turn when you move. Or it won't turn. So if we go to handle input and yeah, the state shouldn't be set to walk. If the state is actually attack, then you're still able to move. Okay, so it's like you enter a different state. Like when you attack, the things that you can do is move left or right. That's what you can do. But you cannot basically do anything else. I guess you can jump as well. So jump. Can you climb? I guess climbing could also, like, things that could like cancel your attack basically. Which would be climb. That's the only thing that I can think of right now. Okay, I'm just gonna BRB 2 minutes here and put something in the oven here. I have to order some food instead. We're out of food. Yeah, let's do that one. There we go. Now food is on the way. Good. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. So I wanna fix the attack input a little bit. So climbing could actually cancel attack. I think that feels like a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna write it down and we'll continue with it. Let's put it here. And this will be climb should cancel attack. Still able to move left, right, and jump while attacking. I guess normal attack. I guess we have these things. We don't have... Well, we do have some transfer. But this is gonna be... I guess I'll leave it open. Yeah, this is actually correct though. I mean, I guess we'll put this here. Exiting, yeah. So we do have all that. The editor we can remove from this. All right. So it is written down. I guess we could, let's see, let's move the start over here and we'll just add a couple of enemies. All right. Yeah, you can kind of see them. Maybe I should actually have the first frame of the spawn animation to be nothing, because it's kind of obvious where they are. I mean, I guess that's kind of how I want it anyway, but... Oops, I get stun locked in here. Oh yeah, invincibility frames. I need to put that down as well. Oh, come on. Oh. I need to switch to the scene. I mean, I guess when we have graphics in here, it's gonna be less obvious where they are, I guess. But my thought is more like, maybe it's just gonna be like a clay puddle. So the idea is that the enemies are supposed to sort of blend into the environment at first, and then they kind of spawn out of the environment. Like this is just maybe a pile of clay or mud or whatever, and it like animates into the enemy. And I want the same thing for like other enemies as well. So maybe you have like a couple of sticks sticking out of the ground, and they will kind of merge or start to grow into some sort of monster. Nice. All right. And off he goes. Okay, cool. So let's, that's the first area. Let's now create the second one, which is sort of exactly the same almost, but it's gonna have a entrance downwards, which we could use a ladder for. And then it's gonna have a entrance to the left as well, or an exit, I mean. So let's copy this maybe even. And then let's do new. I forgot how large it was now. 65. And let's copy. I wish I could remove it once I have. Okay, so the next one. I guess this could have a little bit more like up and down. So we could actually have something like this. And then down here there could be like entrance down into whatever you had down there. So this could be, I mean, either it could be a ladder or just a hole, I guess. And then we'll have platform there. So you can jump up there because it's 3 high. And then it starts to go up again here. Maybe you have to like jump up another thing. This is 3 high, this is 3 high. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, maybe we'll have the same thing here, actually. Something like this. Jump up there and... like this, maybe. I don't know. I don't have to. We don't have to do with the details that much. Okay, so this will be. It's sort of like an extension of the forest entrance. So let's call it forest entrance 2.
Pick up my food. Be right back.
There we go. Yeah, I think actually I'm getting a little bit of a headache here, so I think actually I'll call it here. But yeah, I think we got a lot of things done this time. So I mean, yeah, it feels nice to start working on the actual map itself and sort of lay out like the basic structure of it. I think that will actually help me find inspiration for whatever we can create in the game, like monsters and other things that you're able to do. So yeah, I'm actually gonna call it here. So but for anyone that joined, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.